Hello everyone, it is time for another paper pumpkin. If you are not familiar with paper pumpkin, it is a kit that will come to your house once a month. Usually cards, but a few times a year they do have gift packaging or something different. Comes in a fun box, has everything you need. You might need a pair of scissors would be the only thing. Your first one will come with a block. They all come with at least one Stampin' Spot. Every once in a while you'll get two. Excuse me. And if I remember right, they don't repeat the colors throughout the year. So for one full year, you'll get different Stampin' Spots every month. It comes with full color instructions. And it has, for each card, like this one has 3 different cards. But it also has a page that tells you which pieces go with which card. So that's the first thing I do, is I go through and punch everything out and then put them with the right card. And then when I'm ready to make them, I just have an envelope with everything I need in it. The only exception is this time I did not punch out the little vellum stars or the dot for the Miss You ahead of time because I was afraid I would lose them. So we'll do those as we make them. And then every month I provide for my customers that order Paper Pumpkin from me and also my team members that get Paper Pumpkin a bonus card. So stuff to make a bonus card. And it'll use the stamp set that comes with the kit and that ink. And sometimes I'll add another ink. I try not to add too much so that if you don't have a big stash of products, then you can still make the bonus card. All right, so let's get started. Sorry, I have a frog in my throat all of a sudden. All right. The first one is this card. Let me show you what it will look like. Isn't that pretty? And so this is some glimmer paper. It came in a sheet like this, and then I punched them out, except for the dots in the eyes, which I will do as I need them. All right, so let's get... Paper Pumpkin stamps are photopolymer, which means they are clear, and they don't have... Let's see, which one are we using first? Let's see, we're here. So they don't have any cushion, hey buddy, on them. So I like to use my Stampin' Pierce mat when I'm stamping with photopolymer. All right. Now I'm going to go ahead, like I usually do, and stamp both of the other 2 that I haven't already stamped. But I'll only put one of them together. Oops. But that way, while I have my ink and stamps out, then I can get everything stamped. Now, like I said, they give you a Stampin' Spot. Whoops, let me turn it right side up. Hey, Nancy. But I use my full-size ink pad, and I save these to give away because I do have all of the colors of full-size pads. So, all right, let's see if I can do this and get it straight. It's always a challenge on camera. Not bad, not bad. So this is one of the new in colors, Shy Shamrock. All right. And I'm going to put the ink away in between just so I don't make a mess, because I would likely put my elbow in it and we would have a mess. I'm going to put this one back. I can make that card later. Okay. We have lots of pieces here. Let's get our step-by-step instructions. So this picture is wrong. You're not going to put the dimensionals on the front because this is white on the back. Let me get our other pieces out of the way. So you're going to put your dimensionals on the back, not on the front. Every once in a while they get something wrong, but not very often. So we're going to put 5 of these mini dimensionals on here. And I do try and put them in the placement that they say. This case, it might not matter as much, but in some of the later cards, you'll see it really does. It really does matter. All right, and then we're going to leave ourselves a tail that we can tie a bow with and wrap this around. Actually, they did it a little bit lower, didn't they? Wrap this around here twice. See how I did? Yeah, we'll tie it over here a little bit. Now, because this is twine, it's thin enough that I can tie a knot first. So when I'm using twine like this, twine is not behaving for me. When I use twine like this, stay up there. I like to tie a knot. If I'm going to tie a bow, I like to tie a knot first. And it's, like I said, it's thin enough that it doesn't get bulky when you tie your bow on top of it. But that way I can get it tight on there. All right, so we want to go ahead and move this all the way over here to the left. Maybe separate these a little bit. So you can tell that there's two threads there. This side doesn't want to separate. I'm telling you, this twine is not behaving for me tonight, is it? There we go. They don't have to be real separated, but just enough that you can tell. And I will often tie my bows upside down. Sometimes it works for me, sometimes not. Whoop, come here. Maybe it's my fingers that aren't working tonight. It's right there. There we go. All right, and they have decent sized loops, but not huge. So we'll do that. All right, now we can put this on our card base. Trying not to lose all our little pieces over here. I'm going to make sure it's opening the correct way. And it is going over to the left a little bit. You can see, if it's not glared, if it doesn't have a glare on it for you, you can see how they put it a little bit closer to the left side than the right. And even with the top. Let's go ahead and trim these. Okay. Set that aside for a minute, and it's real good about showing you what type of adhesive and where your adhesive is going to go. So for the Wish You Were Here, it's going to get 3, and we'll just do it as they're doing it. So we'll do our sentiment first. So it's going to get 3 dimensionals. And then our Miss You that I've punched out of this glimmer paper, which you can't see how glimmery it is on camera, is going to get glue dots. And this is where I do try and put them on where they show. And we'll get our dot here in a minute. So on the M and the S and the Y and the U. I like to use my Take Your Pick tool for these glue dots. It just makes it easier to pick them up. So there, and on the M. And if it goes off the edge, once you peel off the back, you can kind of fold it back over on itself, and then it won't be sticking out where you don't want it to be. On the U and on the Y. And then let's get our, let me find, so there's one of the, where my other one is, it's on here somewhere. They kind of hid them on me. I don't know. Oh, there it is. It's right there. But there's one there, so let's put a glue dot on that. And then we'll punch it out when we get ready to put it on. Okay. So we have our sentiments ready. So let's bring our card back in. Take off the backings. And these you do have to kind of hold on to, and some other ones too. Because I'm flicking it off, I don't want it to hurt my words. This one's not as bad. There was something else that I really had to be careful. So we're going to put Miss. So in the middle of the card, and then you below it. And I'm going to leave a little bit of space. And then I am going to try and separate that a little bit. Because we're going to take our sentiment that we stamped, that is here somewhere, here it is, that has the dimensionals on it. And that's going to go in between. The back that doesn't want to let loose. All right, so kind of, and that just helps the dimensionals. You don't want your bow to get caught by that. There we go. All right, so we have our sentiment on there. Now, oh, we need our little dot. So we have a glue dot on it. Actually, I think I took that off first. Maybe. There we go. And then kind of punch it out. Let's see if I can get it with the other end of my, no. And then put this above your eye. Now, if you lose that or you don't want to fiddle with that, just use an embellishment there as a dot. That works just fine too. All right, so that's our sentiment. Now let's see what we're going to do next. So now we have our cherries. And where are my, oh, it might be there behind. Here they are. My little, I think they're flowers. So the cherries, they're not exactly the same. So I kind of have to look and see which one is which. And I don't know that it matters, but this one looks like this one to me. So I'm going to put it on the bottom and that one on the top. So I know where to put my, actually this is this right? I had problems with this and it didn't seem to work right, but maybe I was putting them on wrong. Yeah, see, I don't think this is right. Because if I put a dimensional here and then I turn it over and put it on the edge of this, now I have two dimensionals here. It needs to be on the other side. So it needs to be over here because I had to pull mine off and put them back on. So it's the opposite side of what it's showing you. I hope okay, there. And then this guy I think is the same. You want it on the left side as it's turned over, because that's the side that's going to be off the edge, because this is already up on dimensionals. So your dimensionals need to be on the part that's not on that pink area. So almost did it wrong. And then they have a glue dot, whoops, let me bring this back, on the front of this one, and that's just to hold them together. So that's this guy. So we'll put a glue dot. I don't want to lose my little flower things here. A glue dot on the front of this. All right, and then we need glue dots, I don't know that it matters, on the middle of all of our stars. These were so small, I was afraid if I punched them out before I got ready to use them that I would lose them. Okay, so let's take that off. Is this our first one? Yeah. He goes underneath because that's why we have a glue dot here. All right, and then let's take the back off of our dimensional. And so this guy is going to go. And when I made my first one, I didn't make their leaves stand up. straight enough. All right, so that guy's going to go there. Let's take the glue or the back off that dimensional. And this guy, he's going to go, yeah, see, maybe I can do it. So that's better than my first one anyway. And then we have these guys. I'm going to take the backs off, maybe. Okay. So these are kind of hard to see, but they go, these two are easy to see. They go there, there, and then I think I figured out it went, no, where did I put the other one? I put the other one down here because I thought that's where it was. Maybe I looked on the, maybe I looked on the main picture. I do not know where that third one goes. I thought this light part right here was it. So that's where I put mine. You can put it wherever you want. All right, so let's get these little guys. So they're supposed to go kind of up on the leaves. And one there. Where should we put our third one? It doesn't want to come out. See, that is a light. I don't know where the third one is supposed to go. Oh, it's by that one. There's two there. There's two there and one there. Whew. Okay. That was tricky to find. All right, and then the last thing is our bling. So we have, and they're really good about telling you how many pieces of bling to put on there. So this is 3, one big one and 2 smaller ones. So, whoops. One big one. And I like to use my take your pick tool on this. Big one there. Uh-oh. Smaller one there. I need to get more putty. And a smaller one up there. And there you go. There's our first one. Very pretty and blingy. Okay. Card number 1. I'm glad I figured out where that third little flower thing goes. Okay. Card number 2. Put our bling aside so we don't lose it. Is this guy with the lemons. So a very fruity paper pumpkin this month. This is what it looks like. You can see that glimmer a little bit better. So pretty. So let's do our stamping first. This one says, so much to celebrate. So let's get our long piece. That we're going to stamp on. I'll get the other one out. All right. This one is a little longer. So much to celebrate. We need our ink again. One more. All right. Again, I'll put my ink away so I don't make a mess. All right, let's start getting our adhesive on parts of this. We have lots of parts in this one. So the first pieces we're going to use are this big green spray and these two vellum. Looks like it goes that way. It seems, oh well. Okay. And then we need our glue dots again. And also they sent us some tear and tape in this one. So for our green piece, you can see they just put a piece of tear and tape across the middle. So let's do that. And it's going to show through on the other side, but that's okay because it's all going to be covered up, so it won't hurt anything. And then we need our glue dots. So we're putting these just on the base of these leaves. All right. And then we're ready to put these pieces on our card. Set these off for a minute. Let's get this. So I like to use take your pick tool or something just to get the edge of this. Just makes it a little easier to get that backing off. All right. Make sure our card is going the right way. So this is going to go about like that. And then our other leaves, our vellum leaves. This one goes about like that. And this one goes about like that. Okay, let's see what's next. All right, so next, we need our lemons. So we have, I'm gonna set this aside for the moment. We have 2 lemons. One has 2 leaves, one has 1 leaf. And we're doing dimensionals. And so on this guy, we're putting one up in the leaf, one kind of in the middle, and this guy is going to have one up in the leaves. And then there are 2 on the edge of this one. So half on and half off of that one. And that's how we're going to put these 2 together. So like that. And then they show that you go ahead and put them together. So see how that looks. About like that, I think. So then you can just press those down. Now you can take all the backs off. And put these guys on. All right, now we need our sentiment. Oh, we were supposed to do this behind there. Let's see if we can peel it up enough. Yeah, because I just put them down, so don't do this yet. Because you're supposed to put your, there we go. Oh, got those up. Your twine behind this. So they just did like a fake bow. For me, it's easier just to tie a bow. I'm trying to make sure I do it high enough that I can make big loops. 2 big loops. Because you want your loops to be pretty big here. so that they will show behind the lemons. And probably you can find a spot on your where the tear and tape is going across that green that you can put that. And luckily I didn't mess those up, so I can still put them down. Okay, now we're ready for our sentiment. And I didn't punch all these little pieces out, so got to do that. Sometimes it's easier to see from the back side. Whoop. All right, one more piece. There we go. Is there one there? Yep, there's one there. Thought that didn't look quite right. Well, there's one there. So you can see the G. All right, now it is showing us to put one glue dot right there between the N and the G. So let's get our glue dots and put one right there. All right, so this is going to go on. And so the thought is that that's going to go onto your lemon somewhere. And then on your sentiment, they're showing you you're going to have 2 dimensionals and 1 tear and tape. So your dimensionals need to be on this end because that's going to go off, and then your tear and tape is going to go onto the lemon. So I probably should have put that up just a little bit higher, but it will be fine. So let's take a little bit of tear and tape and put it on this end. And then, whoops, come back here. 2 dimensionals. All right, take the back of this off. And then this should go. So you're so much to celebrate. I'm going to tuck it under the G a little bit. We'll go across your lemon, and then your dimensionals will go here. All right, then we need bling. So again, we have one big and 2 small. So a big one there and then 2 small ones. So big one. And these are just like pearls, shiny pearls. A small one, and then another small one. And there we go. There is card number 2. So pretty. All right. Tuck that carefully in there. It has lots of pieces that could get caught. Whoop, let me put this away. My other one that I didn't make, I don't want to lose it. All right, card number 3 is Peaches. It's this one. So pretty. All right. Let's get our stamping pieces. So this one, we're just stamping sentiment. Sometimes we have some things to stamp in the background. Whoops. I don't want to lose one of my peaches. Although I seem to have several of those left over, so you can make another card with them. You could even put them on the bonus card. I bet that would be cute. Okay. Get our ink. And this one says, Sweet Friend. That one's a little crooked. That one's better. We'll use it tonight. Put the other one away. Okay. All right, can you hear me now? Let me get one moment. Because if you can't hear me, you can't hear me asking. Oh, good. Betty says yes. Okay, good. Whew. I don't know what I was doing. All right. So when I first unpacked this one and punched everything out, I almost threw the vellum away because I thought it was just kind of separating these just to keep them safe. But no, it's part of the card too. So don't throw your vellum pieces away. All right. So we're going to put tear and tape on the vellum. Just on the top and the bottom. So up there, and it'll get covered by the leaves. And down here, and then on our leaves, and I think I put this on first. Well, maybe I'll put I don't remember. Maybe we'll put the leaves on the vellum and then we'll put it all on. So on the leaves, it shows you where to put your glue dots. So we have one up here. Oh, I missed a piece there. One, whoop, over here. And if I don't have mine the right way, that's okay. It'll be close enough. There's a little piece right here that I need to get poked out. Not that anyone would probably notice, but I noticed it on the back. Okay. So let's bring our vellum. Make sure we turn it over so the adhesive is on the back. This is where you have to be careful if you're using take your pick tool to pull those off, because you don't want to cause the leaves to tear. And one more here. All right, so then this should line up exactly with our vellum. Come on, won't stick yet. Again, doing it when I'm not right over the top is challenging. There we go. Then we can take this, where's our card base? Make sure it's opening the right way. I guess it doesn't matter yet, but. And put this on our card base. I think I did it the other way on my first card, and this was easier. And maybe it was because I had this dark behind it that helped see where the vellum was. And then you can center the whole thing on your card. And this, once you press it down, it's not coming up. That tear and tape is not going anywhere. Okay. All right, we have another. I'm going to tie this now before I forget. Another piece of linen thread or twine. We're going to tie in a big bow. Again, they may have done a faux. This one, I think they actually did tie in a bow. I didn't get that very even, did I? I think I'll be all right. All right, now we have lots of little peaches. We have 5 little peaches. One is hiding over here. All right, so I laid them out like that so I would know which ones. So the lighter one, yeah, is that, and then that one. And then you have your 2 little one. Or your one with 2 little leaves, and then these guys. That and that. So I like to just lay them out kind of the way they are on the directions, and then that helps me know where to put. Now this one, I don't think it's as critical of where on the peach you put your adhesive, but sometimes it is. All right, so whoop, come back here. These get one in the middle. Come here. And this big one gets one in the middle. And then this little guy. And then the other one gets dimensionals. Okay. We'll worry about the sentiment in a minute. We're doing this a step at a time. These do have a few more steps than sometimes, but they turn out just beautiful. All right, so we need to put our twine, and he's going to go. So I think what they did is they just kind of put that between those dimensionals and put it down, and that kind of held it in place. So let's put our other guys on first. Let's get up, whoops, come here. All of our backs off. Okay. So this guy, whoop, come back here. This guy goes up here. So these two kind of go up here like that. And then your big one there. And then this guy. Let's see if we can hold our twine in there. He's going to go like that. Whoops, and then already. And then this little guy just goes at the bottom, like that. All right, now, ready for our sentiment. So we have the word hello, and somewhere we have our stamped sentiment. There it is, sweet friend. So on the hello, he's going to get a glue dot over here and then 2 dimensionals, and then the sweet friend is going to be all dimensionals. So 1 dimensional up here, and that's because this end is going to be hanging off of the peaches. 1 there. Let's do our dimensionals on our other piece of sentiment, and then we need a glue dot here. Okay. Bring our card back. And so the hello, okay, it's on the part of the H. So it's just going to go up a little higher, like that. And then our sweet friend will go below that. And it looks like they overlap it just a little bit with the hello. All right, and then our bling. So again, one big, two small, big, small, small. So let's get that. And then this one will be done. Oh, come here. So, big one. And then another small one down here. All right, card number 3. These are so pretty. I really like these. All right. All right, those are the 3 that came in the kit. Whoa, you got to be careful putting these in here too because things will catch. So those are the 3 that came in the kit. So pretty. And then we have the bonus card to make. So let's make that one. So this is what I came up with for the bonus card. I forgot the name of this embossing folder. I don't remember. But I cut, this is Summer Splash. So I stamped in the Shy Shamrock, but this is Summer Splash. And then this is some designer series paper in the catalog that's also Summer Splash. So I kind of mixed them. And then that is the Petal Pink. And on the back of your directions, it will tell you the colors that were used. So they used Peach Pie and Petal Pink. Yeah, the Peach Pie was a darker, but Petal Pink, and then Shy Shamrock and Summer Splash. So that's kind of what I used on this card. So, like I said, I had several peaches left over. I think I had yeah, see, I have all these peaches left over. So I could definitely add some peaches to that card. Now, I demonstrate this on the video, and then somebody gets one already made. And I never know who it is because I just mix them all up and address them. And this one opens a little bit different. Usually when it's a landscape card, it would open this way. But every once in a while, it's fun to do it a little bit different. All right, so I'm going to get my liquid glue for this. When it's embossed, I like to use my liquid glue. It just gets in those crevices better, and then it sticks better. And I guess we ought to do some stamping too. And I didn't use another small piece. I think you've got a couple of small pieces left. They usually give you some extra of what you're stamping on in case you mess up. They often will give you one extra. So if you wanted to put another sentiment, you could do Sweet Friend. Let's see. That says you're truly amazing. So you could do that. If you wanted to do another little strip underneath of it, you certainly could. All right, I'm looking for here it is. I'm looking for this. And so you will get all of this in your bonus project kit. And then you'll use your stamp. And I had plenty of the linen thread left over. So you can use that on yours. I didn't provide any of that. And I don't know if we're going to have any pearls left over, but if you do, you could certainly add pearls. Or like I said, you could add the leftover peaches. All right, so there's mine looks like it's a little juicy. I probably need to take a spoon and scrape some of that ink away before I stamp next time. All right, and so I did this guy. And I just use, if you have the glue dots, you could use the glue dots. I use liquid glue. And I did it more in the center When I have greenery like this, and this is just my preference, you can glue the whole thing down if you want. It's your card. You can do it how you want. I like to have it kind of loose on the edges. And then I took a little bit and just ran it along the bottom of my sentiment. And just glued that together. And then I think I took a glue dot. I'm more comfortable doing that, and took my little bow. Whoops. Come on, let go. And put that on. And then we can use dimensionals. I don't know if we have leftovers. I'm just using what I have. And then that just goes over that, so you can kind of see the bow sticking out. Come on, little guy. There we go. There. And like I said, you could add some embellishments. You could add the peaches, whatever you want to add to it. All right, that is it. So here is everything that we made tonight. This one took a little bit longer, but like I said, these cards were a little... Thank you. Thank you, Betty. I'm glad you liked it. Cards were a little bit more, had more steps to them. Weren't hard, just more steps. So there we go. There's everything we made. And I think I am going to go add some peaches to mine. Just tuck them in there maybe or something. Would be fun. All right. Thank you so much for joining me. And tomorrow night I will be live in my group, and it will be shared over to my page for my Facebook Live. I do that every Wednesday, and we're going to be making this card. So this is a brand new bundle that will be available tomorrow, a new online exclusive, and it's Changing Leaves. And it's got that hybrid embossing folder where you can cut out and emboss the leaves at the same time. So I will show you that tomorrow night at 7:30. All right. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you later. Bye.